Say Facebook wants to get off coal and run on cleaner energy. It's going to cost a little more. You have to convince some financial person that that's good for the company, good for profits ultimately. How do you do that?
It's a great question. Well, first of all, it doesn't always cost more. That's an important note. I think it's a really exciting time because clean energy is becoming really cost effective now, which is really exciting. But I think to your point, one of the things that is important to think about is that people think about risk and people think about reliability. And some of these topics are complicated and matter a lot when you're talking about what kind of energy source you're using, for example. And so bringing in some of these nuances into the conversation, so it's not just, X cents per kilowatt hour versus Y cents per kilowatt hour, but it's really more about the context of the decision that you're making and what impact that's going to have on the long-term viability of your infrastructure.
Charlotte MacAusland, Lyrica mentioned being authentic. For people who want to get into a fast-growing clean tech company, how do they present themselves? What are some tips for going in there and sort of trying to convince someone that they should be hired for SolarCity or someone else?
Yeah, I think it's the same in clean tech as it is in any industry with any job. People want to believe you, that you're really there, you have staying power, you're interested in joining and contributing to the company long term. So again, going back to things like language, if you know the difference between a kilowatt and a kilowatt hour, you don't necessarily need to go to grad school to learn the language or to bone up on particular subject matter. But if you can show that you've done your homework, I think that can help convey your authenticity.